Bibia Bokode.
Oh, nyame adom bibia fine.
Na was ma ene wo yire ne mmofra no bia hoye. Adwuma musu ye kambande.
Super. Bibia fine.
Ya dase pa say happy felt to safre ho. Na minim say wo ye busy. Minim adwuma wo ye. We are very, very busy, but what you menya kwamba. Na mishra.
That's right. Miss Umida must say
mama. Yetie for so that was a papa.
So mama Mr. opportunity, I'm very happy about it.
But you can say Pappoe here. Why ni Pappoe Fred Pappoe? Why?
Fred Pappoe make us say obia. Let's show pa say kasa no.
Oh, no problem, no problem.
Seven you say we are experienced teacher. When you say now say yeah, Pappoe say obia make us say humble professional. And like I say, I grew up in two parts of Accra called Jamestown, Nicolegono. All night team, all night woman. Two very humble parents. One a trader, Mrs. Margaret Pappoe, still by the grace of God, or they are about 87, but she's still going strong.
87 years.
Yes. Yeah, Auntie Maggie, she's still going strong. And Emmanuel Pappoe, I know they're about. Almost about 30 years ago, na Nyankopon fa no cry.
30 years?
Yeah, also now accountant, he died as a principal accountant. And he just going straight into it. Now my father a very strong Olympics person. In fact, a family no split between Olympics ni Hearts of Oak and more uncles be almost one were very strong in phobia pa
and if you're bad phobia only for for
exactly my father and me auntie back no we are strong Olympics people nti omo dey share me quite early in my infancy nti me kwara me nya na my father dey make stadium to watch matches. Now interestingly no to me I don't know how onyasa junior talent be. Say it was only matches Olympics were winning or the maker. Time I mean when I was growing up, I believe it say bet me actual Olympics. Say anything could beat Olympics. But I'm sure say matches or who say you know all mention crowds, every na feel media program. Indeed that's how I got into football and now me support Olympics till me call university.
Okay.
Then time we invested in University. Around that time, they be me bafia almost every single day. Olympics training ground. Saturday night training war, race course. Before the night training war, present National Theatre.
Okay.
And there was a group of us supporters who called ourselves the Concerned Olympians.
Concerned
Olympians. CEO.
Okay.
And they be was just service. They be in some time. Yeah, representation to management and the board in paying for now. You know, Marco, she say, we want to say, you know, that kind of thing. I mean, I was one of the youngest Olympians. I mean, I sure say now I was the youngest crowd. By a choir, I say, Sebi Manu Yadin Kakre. And around that time, then some of the management members at that time saw in me say, oh, I cry so. Very, I think around 87, 88 on I want to me to Olympics management. 87 between 87 and 89. Okay. Just after I've completed my first degree. In the joining management, I was there, we were working and things like that. Then I think sometime in the 90s, no more appointing me any professor Joshua Alabi.
Yeah.
As Olympics 2 representatives on OGLA. It was GACA then was called OGLA, Organization of Ghana League Clubs Association. And that's why I started getting to the national level of discussions and then those kind of things. Then around, I think the year 2000, thereabouts.
Yeah.
And clubs, no, GACA then, OGLA, they appointed me or they elected me to be on the executive of the League Clubs Association. I was there doing my work there to the best of my abilities and so it was quite an interesting path because time I started call ground now penny for kukudam how you see the way you say it no Mr. Yantwi Janfi num Nana Badla num Alaji Jaola num Professor tough guys indeed me taking like a very good learning opportunity make us say sure pass here for the first 6 to 8 meetings because no apart from good evening, how are you? Good evening, how are you? Hey, we are one of you know, but it was move arguments inside. It was so interesting learning from them. I stayed on that tangent for quite a long time. Then I think in around the early 2000s, around that time, there was an arrangement where government, your management board for the GFA,
Yeah.
and the government appointed NIPA 2, one of whom became the president or the chairman of the management board, and then the other became a member. Now clubs no so, now clubs no so to me so I'm appointed NIPA me back on vice, now back a member, and then constituent bodies, no schools and colleges, security services, and there is almost more. One slot until the 5 no, 2 from government, 2 from clubs, and then 1 from constituent bodies. Until the time no, government reps no were Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo, and then Dr. Kofi Amwa of normalization committee fame, and from the clubs no so Amwa appointee Kwesi Nyantechi enemy.
Okay.
To go on the management board until Kwesi became the vice. Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo was the chairman. And then myself, Dan Kabi, and Dr. Kofi Amwa were members. And the was a couple time. The then new FIFA regulations and requirements for a new system came. In between, there were problems with Dr. Nyawata Maklo any clubs. He stepped aside for Kwesi to act as the chairman. And I call elections 2005. That side election, so over question he stood against Adekoka Kojobunsu, Alaji Y. Ibrahim, and the rest, and Kwesi won. And Kwesi became the chairman. And then at our first meeting, as per the rules, you voted for vice president. I want that to be the vice president.
Yeah, until they started through Linwa and the bedroom say
Olympics, Gaka, and then to.
And then Obeshe football.
Oh, there be.
No one can say football. What would be that?
Interestingly, from me pay ball, but me pay every aspect of football.
But
talking about it, thinking about it, arguing about it, managing football inside. I know there me plenty. Me at the age of I think 5 or so. Krana me what team. Any area me kwara o kankwe ni ora me wa me do ani na me dia mo
de won pe
me hockey na me pe it was hockey na me ball.
But apart from the ball on the
every aspect of football no, because I sense I wasn't good playing at that time. I criticized myself a lot. I don't think I was maybe coaching or talking or managing it fine. That was what I've been doing all along. But at least casual knock about football there, I could do it here and there. But in terms of sport, active playing sports, hockey was what I was.
All right. We are very busy. So we were Jumana the football, football, and it's difficult.
My wife friend me King Kong.
Why for King Kong?
King Kong is
and Paso King Kong as
no. In life, say the way me yet double tasking now. My regular work. I think ever since I entered into football, there's never been a single day I'm unemployed. Not every day me Jumana say binyamia dom so but I've mastered the art of combining the two very easily and then effortlessly to the extent say my employers and everybody are always even happy. They don't see it as a problem. Energy say they've been able to at least lend or borrow a personnel, one of their personnel for Ghana football and Ghana to make use of the person's services.
What you mean fear or manage say we football?
Absolutely.
Why?
I fear there's some money say frame if you require the way I me obsessed with football. No, there's no way you can stop me. There's always say if you cry, maybe I'm free school me, but I say, "Mami, 1 year later, obe one na majani, obe sure, obe me manchabuna." That which me say. I remember there was a time I ran. Now me wajuma was me na Osman my sister. Pen say Ombechimi was park no so. Oba no say no okra no ye no tinti no okra blade.
Oh.
It be so who me and friend me dani me say no na me pulling me so I got a very deep cut here, you know. But that's interesting. It is a mark I got for one of the marks or scars I've got from football. And a few for they knew it for sure. And then once I went into married life too. My wife knew me. Everybody knew me as a football person. Nobody, if you try to talk me out of football, it won't work. So just take it like that. If you get in touch with any of my schoolmates from New Era, Legon, all the way up to Presec, Legon to Tech, Katanga, if they see me in football, nobody is surprised. Nobody, yeah.
All right, Fred Pappoe, and then Casa and ne. I can see men no numa pem. Now, what can't baby with free or the way football. Then Casa na why football. Then why football may the back high or Fred Pappoe.
Oh, let me say, to me, no, never be my energy, but then. To most Ghanaians, I sure say the period that I was the chairman of the Black Stars.
Yeah.
That is what most people look at and then they talk a lot about. But there are some very interesting, especially when we qualify for World Cup 2006 and 2010, including some of the matches here, boy. But me personally, there are a few matches in football that I enjoyed most, but people don't talk about. One of them, I think, 2005. Under 17 squad, it was then coached by David Duncan. Called Gambia for that interesting tournament. Final match be supporter be spectator. He jumped from the jumping from the stands. Yeah, Amubo corner. Whilst our goalkeeper was going, the fan just went in with the ball into Sandro do not coaching Gambia. And I referee no accepting no as a goal. You know, it was unbelievable. At that time I was sitting next to. President Yaya Jammeh, former president of Gambia. And before I realized, but what is this? What is happening? Party me, so my brother, I beg, we've suffered to host this thing. Just let us win. Those were a few very interesting moments. But I think in terms of what people remember me for, I think it has to do with the Black Stars, and then to some extent the local Black Stars. Their performances from 2006 all the way up to 2014.
Emra na one den efe no ejuma no na unkita hundie te say money za o vice o president ni ESCO members na manyo confirm to say how.
Oh, I think it was cordial. That was what I felt, because me Anopa, wherever I am, I try to be as good as possible with everybody, very open, very loyal, and there were a lot of fun times, I'll say, but but in life there, if I'm relating, many will relate here. If I say me dream, that might not be the way you think about me, but those are all things we learn from in life. I felt I behaved very well with them then and now.
I'm not now your vice, difficult time Ben I will share.
As a vice?
Yeah.
Oh, let me say. There were times that Yoko, I think 1 or 2 occasions, I think once, Yoko raided the FA.
Yoko, that time.
I felt those were a bit, when politics became so much of our game, the game became too political, and then people were always looking at football in a negative way, and then at that time you could see there were no strong points for them doing things that way. So when it appeared as if government was clashing with the football association, and around those times, so those were not really pleasant times, and I would say those were some of the most difficult times. And then on the other side too, I think my saddest points in time were 2. One was a time where Brazil shared and trained. Germany, I felt fine, they could have beaten us, but now I wasn't so pleased with the officiating, and now me feel maybe they were doing that to us because before, I was quite sad, I would say. And in Egypt, 2006, Ismail Park here, Zimbabwe almost shared 2-1 those were 2 of the lowest points, or some of the lowest points in my football administrative career.
That time, na anyama koyi football mu. Ni enko World Cup da. Una na ye chairman. We had ye call World Cup ni ade. Then na mu ye ya na Ghana e din timi cost so sa football mu.
Me say ye promote a family spirit. Say that's also one of my styles of management and administration. We say your team I try to make sure we create a very good atmosphere. Say anytime be a share and everybody will feel at home. You feel respected. Say whatever ideas we develop, and I believe say that concept of philosophy, it went deeply well with my colleagues on the management board, even some on the management committee and then the emergency committee, and then to the playing body and the technical staff. Said that even with the players, anytime be a football match, I have a fair camp, unlike previous times. Say see reporting time here 5 o'clock. We were maybe by 2:30, 3 p.m. now. I may count on team managers so people are free. Almost started after say, oh boy, it's not started or those kind of things. Sometimes cry even when you've not prepared ordered lunch for them, because you expect they will come after 5. Before you realize they've started trooping in, and then you have to call for some emergency snacks or so to be given to them. I believe say I tried as much as possible to create a very warm atmosphere within which everybody can function and everybody will feel respected and a part of the group.
That's
what I'm saying, because if you hear any act of indiscipline, I wouldn't say over coffee. Now I didn't know so environment, we need environment. No, and say a quite friendly match, and I say I'm free or beer or be fresh. Anopa doing so. Now one friend say. Until when your chance back camper. You not won't risk it. Cry say obey bibia you be panwa, and then the next hour subsequently they will not call you. And it was a very nice time. Your Bible World Cup no cry. Those were some of the most difficult times in my career or my functioning as a management committee chairman, because if your players 28 World Cup on him say you better drop you 5. The night before the announcement, you can never sleep. Say, oh no, you and yes, will be Babe how, but say be coffee, and yes, oh yeah, now but somebody else definitely, somebody has to go, and it's always very sad moments. Every time 2006 World Cup, AFCON 08, AFCON 2010, 2010 World Cup in this anime, it was always a very sad moment.
98.9 FM, yani Ora Fred Pappoe say, and I try to come for messages for running again come from out what you media yedimu or happy 98.9 FM. Now we have vice. I don't know who that vice.
Let me say me call for re-election by and that was in 2011 September at about this time, and I call for re-election, but let me say now. They had other ideas. And Ghana, the required number of votes, and I lost it to my good friend and my departed colleague.
Now we are very, very, very tight.
Mini Jordan.
Yes, very close.
All the way up to his last day on earth. Yeah. All the way up to even including the. Because Anopa immediately after now, or from me say, oh, don't worry, me, I understand, don't worry, please, just.
What's the dent now, Oman to Abanama? As we are now born home from 2005, near the World Cup. Why?
Life there, sir, maybe sometimes, I don't know, to me, maybe sometimes we are a bit too straight, and then me a bit too fixed with what I think is. It's wrong. If say be wrong, I'll say it.
No,
I wouldn't do that. And I'm sure say maybe it didn't appear so comfortable to some people, and they decided to gang
up. No, a chromo say not a china may you feel.
But in life, me before I suspect somebody or accuse somebody of BB, I have to be very sure. Up to that time and now, I haven't seen anything to believe. Say, oh no, oh yeah. Now, so no, yeah. At the end of the day, no. Nepal move vote here. We paying for people above the age of 18. And he say, oh no, no, yeah. I mean, can't say why. So no, no, yeah. At the end of the day, no. Once they went to do it, it means they were the ones who did it. They will be responsible for the. It's all at the Bonia. You'll be responsible for it. You can't go and say so. They as a panel team in Koye. No, not at all. Not at all. What near me ya won't say the fact say. Oman to me and tell me at the country I'm to against me. No.
That's right.
So that maybe I'll use that to learn. None of them had the balls and guts to tell me, say, oh, Fred, yeah, baby, see, we see, none of them did that. So I just forgot about it.
Now, so we should know, so we lose we and we trench, say, yeah, just still an hour, so.
And I'm West Coast, so until now, no more.
No, when we saw him say, I didn't want to have
no, not at all. I never did that. I just took it off my mind.
I'm not Jordan by advice and support you.
Oh, I'm supporting you. Why not? I'm supporting you very much. Jordan, any pabia. Now me penwa sempa, and I still pray say it should be resting peacefully in the. But so there was one thing most people did not know. Time we call World Cup in Egypt 2009. Obisa coaches no any acrofinum ni the staff bobo numa. Omunya serious problems, especially in the beginning of the tournament. Very serious problem. Your committee or your friends emergency committee. One day around 11 a.m. and I emergency committee decided, say, Fred, you have to go and pack your bag and this thing and then leave this very evening to Egypt to go and salvage the team and then go and solve the problem. So quickly I went to my family, said emergency about I had to go to Egypt.
Football, you must do before complain.
And team me call Egypt, you know, and then when I got there, it was quite bad in the camp. So that time they didn't have captain. Yeah, so I had to apply a lot of me skills and me human relation to patch things up for the boys to start getting on the right path and almost started winning from them. So I'm Uruguay, Hungary, almost started winning when everything normalized around the semi-final stage now. The Kaja president said, Jamasa, no near my or Fiat, also brother say, you better fuck up to you to come and join the team. Now, me back Ghana. So I think after the semi final match, I'm back to Ghana. And I did that when I got to the camp, you could see the relief and joy on Jordan's face when he saw his friend had come to help him out of his. That one there, I had a very good relationship with Jordan, extremely good.
All right, Abusa for Cassima Ediono Miansa na Nunciambo. Ora Fred Pappoe, and you know, education como. Now, messages no bar neighbor, metri boa second kind, no anu yenusono obey at the amount. Within the Odia Sempa, Kwame or I happy 98.9 FM. Now, Yamra Current, Pastor, you're president of the FA, I didn't hear.
Maybe. Oh, sure, ball, yes, and I start interview the way I start interview. Football, idea, now whether you like it or not, no, idea everybody has associated with you. In the baby, I'll be Fabia, newspaper vendors, or more motor ice cream. This and on the way. The moment they see you, they'll be asking you questions about football. Yeah. Now, you game no, same crab 2 game no, and I game no say. Since here, fortunately, no, and you second chance, a second life for the FA. Now, with me experience, and me name DM football, I cannot sit back for my friends, my brothers, and my sisters to struggle to, as it were, bring football back on the recovery track or the recovery course. And on top of that, no, in paying for Kuku Dan Bibre came to see me, say, Fred. Say new course you should play a very active role and an active part in it. And based upon these 2 factors, the push and the pull factors, I realize it will be very selfish, unpatriotic on my part, saying treachery, not contributing anything to this process. That was why I offered myself. Now the next question will be say, why as a leader? Yeah. I've been as high as a vice president before. I know what it means to be a leader, what is expected of a leader in this kind of thing, and how important it is to be leading. Because if you are at the back or after or at the, as it were, assisting or being a vice to somebody and not being a member to somebody, there's a limit to which we better make the wajin ayejuma. But we lead the process now. It makes it easy for you to have your ideas flying through. The secondly, Nusu, meaning say, me or be to me, I can make people work, enjoy, not coercing them, and I will have a part you me create an environment to be to say natural leader be unified. So if there are even different groups of people, I have the skill and the talent to bring them together to get the best out of them. Unfortunately, we share more expressing interest to go to the executive council and things. It's very interesting. I mean, me feel say if I'm there as a leader, we can get the best and more than the best from this whoever qualifies to be among the 12-member executive council. No?
George, a free air contest, or Sekweku Palmer, Ketch Okreku, Nana Yamponsa, lawyer Ankama, and Amanda Clinton. Why the boo?
No, I don't. Why should I be? No. None of them scare me. None of them, not even the combination of all of them, will scare me. I don't have a problem. No. I'll not be scared at all, not at all. But the thing is that I'm very happy that they are contesting. I'm fine gentlemen, more very good ideas, and I'm happy that they've all come on board to show, say, they have the heart to help or contribute towards pushing Ghana football forward. But having said that, no, I believe, say, I have quite a lot of capabilities. Any positives here, it keeps me a bit ahead of them, but then I respect all of them. I'm very happy they've thrown in their, and I'm quite pleased to have them as co-contestants for us to have a very lively election like we are doing now.
Immediately after 25th October, the past 7 only one a very president. Omo can you know to me ko esco no so be. Any problem because omo football knowledge.
Yeah, that is also one of the reasons. Me share me with a bit of humility. Where me now say minka, but since we are beside me, me sure say each and every single one of the delegates, apart from let's say Madam Amanda, no dem me share that name, no, and Mr. George Ankuma Mensa.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know them, but then the other 4 or 5. Nana Yamponsa, Keto Kreku, Osekweku Pamani, George Afrenu. Omuya Madam for 4 pa. And I believe, say, deep within their hearts, they all recognize. Say, I stand very tall amongst them. I have quite a lot of very strong and good points. And I know, say, each and every one, should it go in my favor, each and every one of them would accept me as a leader. Now, having said that, no, I did indicate, say, and yes, it's not only serving as a president or being on the executive committee, executive council, that you can offer anything to football. There are never be what is in the Bible said the harvest is plenteous, but the workers are few. Ejuma be Ghana Football Association beyond what the 12-member executive council can do. If it so happens that I win and then these other my good friends fall out, definitely there will be places where we can place them for their skills or more experience or more name the any or more work for football no to
and dangerous.
It's not dangerous. Maybe say undermining me. I don't think so. I'm a positive person. Say maybe there's an aspect of football security, marketing, operations, welfare, juvenile, you look at we all know ourselves. Yeah. Well, to me, we say way strong area, way strong area. You can give people those kind of responsibilities to do their work, and then apart from that, there are clear targets. And the woman targets now, you monitor the person very closely. Which one has your say, Papa, a Juma on shed and you know, Juma on shed and committee and not yet is not creating the right of who now only born come 1 2 you can tell the best of my own say in crowd, we are only let's just relieve you and then let another person try his or her hands on it. It's not a problem at all to me.
Oh, yeah, what you say, only be back camp one company.
As I said, it came up a lot before the FROS. What did we do? The presentation of your nomination form. So, we call interviews and all maybe. So I say, well, of course, you cannot say me no be uncable. What I kept saying is, so people approaching me. Now say Nipanu, me believing in Nipanu no subai, and no ideas, and Nipanu so believing in me dear no swa. Why not? We can talk, and then if we come to very good arrangements, we'll come together. And I was open for that. But then there are who now I want to say yes, you know, the generation of reporters. You have a way of twisting things to just present about 20% of the truth. Now 80% do know they are for people to guess what it means. Then they'll twist it to make it appear as if meaning me Pacho say alliance. Yeah, very unfortunate. But my question, my answer has always been that if somebody comes and we both agree in terms of our principles, what our vision and things are, and then I look at the personalities, way of Ibianu or whatever it is. Why not? That was my response. But I think now it's too late in the day. I don't know, but I believe it's too late in the day.
All right. I can see Madam na nunsia abo ora Fred Pappoe and Osha Haboko ni din komo no sen komo na ya ode na wutie sempa and some dey be watching into yenso be busa no ora Pappoe mami musa asemo say person be president corruption e wo football mo pa ya target if you cry answer for kwa na bia kan ye football kwa na ye all other sports na ye but you see football for aya konfo football for corruption wo ketasiche wo no obe president obe no ultimate to sadiasi
sir, corruption asem no we call even in international jargon, it's international there are two aspects of corruption. That is the perception. Say, how do I say perception in tree? And then the reality.
The amount for susu.
The amount for susu. The reality of corruption. Say corrupt actions. Now, unfortunately, no, for Ghana football, no, it suffer from both. It suffer from the real aspects of corruption in terms of some things we've done in the past, or some things some of us did not do in the past. And then there's also the perception. Perception, you know, the football, the papa na say Mikai pass in the heat of na say, you know, and drivers to the GFA drivers. They be on bar no my son, why don't say or driver and they'll be who say traffic who say GFA car and I did on Martin. Say we phone is very sad. Now, what do we do to correct it? One, unfortunately, we share the new statutes now. Very clear very clear provisions to guide or stem this or prevent people from committing corrupt acts. BBT say audit reports, accountability procedures in Sanyama. One of the first, my first starting point is that we'll stick religiously to regulations and the provisions and no cry a bare minimum. Say if there's a possibility to even increase the kind of control beyond that, I'll discuss with the council and then we'll adopt that. Secondly, my experience working with the FA. We share FA system now. There's a lot of weakness in financial systems, financial management. There's a lot of weakness, and I can say it very, very clearly.
Why?
You see, I've had the opportunity of working, like we said, I'm working in order, and I see anti-corruption, integrity, accountability. Scandinavian countries, Denmark, Norway, you can't tell them. If you look at every ranking, or more of first, those people they'll be in the first 5 throughout the world. BBC say, Obitu can say. So if you only say when you Gambia, if you travel with them to Gambia and then you come back, I'm not impressed. When you come back, I don't know that they've changed it, but I'm sure it's starting to change. There is no stated limit. Say Ubedu Ghana within 5 days. You come and retire all your impress with receipts. It wasn't there. I'm sure it's still not there. Oh yeah, a chekra sabi nipa scabin one master one sure now afaso. That is why there is a requirement in other serious organizations.
Imagine say bia omo Senegal FNB be call your money be $10,000. Say bia fakwe say him say ba me say bia budget be 5,000 or 6,000 but say money can na oba o make ya konta me yehwe
obey account but na me patch say the rule be near say on year within 5 days and now within 3 days and now within there wasn't that time and I'm sure there still isn't.
Tamo pe bia no be. No nam no G.
Yeah, it you know no sa no sa ko fast car no so. Say be nipa dey now our compare receipt you see that kind of laxity no promote corruption.
Yeah.
Those things we would have to check. My say but
limit maybe at
within 72 hours.
Hours.
If you don't retire it correctly, one farm back correctly, you will not be entitled to any impress or to travel again or to handle any impress until you correct it. You get my point. These are things very little things, but the thing is that you don't create the environment for people to be tempted to be corrupt. I've had experiences say maybe to this same trip no now say who produce who receipts anyway this thing you even add your ticket no will stop your plane ticket, you add all those things to show say I did go me to and say me to say now we are emergency we say come on, then everybody is free, you know. Those are some of the some standard financial management accounting manuals inside will do that. Internal audit system. I think the last time internal auditor or Agbe old man be or call retirement to me. Yes, sure, say for about 5-6 years now. There's been a replacement. Well,
no internal auditor.
I don't after Agbe. I don't think anybody has come. Even if somebody has come now for a long time, there wasn't.
There be a move for external for.
It is straight now, if the internal auditor or system, no, I'm sure. I hope say you see, even before Uber expenses, no, it will have to go through
him.
That, you know. So these are some of the things we have to do to correct it. Well, compliance committee under the new regulations. Would in discussion with the executive council, no, will also find a way of giving them internal audit supervisory functions until once in a while they can look at those things and giving us antidotes and then directives as to how best to handle it. Corruption it's in many ways. We back to even on the field of play, fixtures, management of leagues, officiating this corruption. It just runs through until you would have to do a lot of things, a lot of interesting, innovative measures to control it. But the important thing is say, if the system gets to see that, look, there's a bit of seriousness, these guys who have come, no, then some petty acts of corruption, nobody will even attempt to go and say, oh yeah, one day I know better, you know. So it's a signal you send out. Now, if you did that, now I know, say you come back to my vision is it will go a long way to enhance the credibility of the FA. Obi will sure don't say, hey, now say I say then it also pushes you. It gives you a better stand.
I don't know what that time no man to me correct to say because the okay who say ya small be aba on a most time more pay and ultimi a brain accounts.
Oh, you sometimes you make some of those suggestions and then it doesn't fly. But this particular one about the delay in things like that, I remember I've had discussions with the chief accountant on several occasions. Say, why don't you put in a system to do that? But it's never too late, you know, because if you did that, not say idea, it's been accepted by the top. No, they may frustrate you or it will not work. But it's never too late.
All right, your league boy and only a baby GFA. Your boy league home soon. Division 1, Premier Division, Division 2, the RF for remember. Then I will be as a president of the FA. I league in bet me, I standard, I okay. South Africa for the boy. Then I be.
Nema Bebre, in the first place, no, very important to autonomize the league, to create an autonomous league. But creating an autonomous league, you know, it sounded very nice, it sounded very sexy. Say, who can I but before you do that, you must put certain things in place. Yeah. Creating an autonomous league for the Premier Division 1, I'll think of having a Division 1 National League. But before you get to these levels, no, there should be certain conditions that you would have met. You should put certain things in place. For example, club licensing requirements. I will say you're serious in enforcing it. You come to areas relating to officiating. How is officiating being done? you send a referee to, let's say, smart referee, so Uncle Moses Mr. Musembe use him as an example. Say Uncle Takwa. Uncle do Takwa, Mediama for number hosting.
Yeah.
We are all human beings. Nepano, Anopa, or no Abetran, or the breakfast. US or more lunch ready, or the car before our stadium. Naturally, at the back of your head, no, who officiate here. You might start having some ideas. The point is that we should try. We have to correct it.
Yeah.
So that we professionalize it in a very professional way. Now, there's something that I've also said recently. My own say it's having.
But say you're international match, sir. Referee say ban host Luna entertain on.
Yes, yes. Because of more assessment, you're very correct. The assessment of the international, the match commissioners who are sent by CAF and FIFA, they are very strict. And whatever they put on paper, if it goes negative, and I be against you, after 1 or 2 such reports, if you don't take it, you don't get any matches to do again. Yes, until we cannot copy. We cannot copy one say, I'm a FIFA Sana or FIFA Sana and CAF. Fine. But on top of that, there are other things which are also done. We will not do those ones. Yeah, because you have a situation where we are appointing independent assessors, or they are saying for Okwa United, then let's say Sporting Mirror match, or they will an independent assessor, or referees dressing room. Actually, that kind of thing, So already you have started condoning and conniving in a certain. Exactly. If we appoint you as an assessor and then we report say why I say this once or twice or so, nobody will send you there again because you have no value as an assessor. Until the control, the supervision system should be as strong as possible. Whilst doing that, so you should also create conditions where the referees will not be tempted to be unfair, out of fear and out of expectation or favor, because then that is where security and all those kind of. So it's a whole thing that you have to think about clearly. But and I'm saying, based upon the experiences I've had, these are things that I believe, with the discussion and then active participation of council, we can put quite a lot of things in place there.
All right, Akasima and Naina Nunsia Abo 6:30 in a befree. I say, Urafet Pappoe, Pap say, I will enchain and then come on. Now, message in Bia, but I'm some questions. I can't bear 135. I know your vice president about me. I can't bear 135. You know, send me, I shall not have my bar messages on Sonafi. I can cancel your man who said, Yankasa Bibre, question, answer. Tia, near sorry call your baby. Me say Utia betons was some ye. Was someone Fabra 020-222-2067 and I say Facebook Live. We're about 98.9 FM. You're back in kind and so at the amount 98.9 FM. We're at Fred Pappoe and you know Ekasa. All right, Pappoe. What's the boost up as your president?
My day.
What's your boy?
Yes, ready. Exactly, absolutely. Absolutely, I've been ready for quite a long time now. What is happening is that my approach to the campaign different.
O campaign team here for?
Oh, my campaign team there, me share and for very strategic reasons. Horace Reward is one of them.
David Reward
is one of them.
Meaning do it me.
And a few others for very obvious reasons. I don't need to mention Randy Abbey. Because exactly. So just take those 2 people for now, and a bunch of very young men and women actively working on voluntary basis, doing just doing wonders. Say abiti akura de omo boajuma.
Said the encophobia yente won kan which why you cool.
That's my style.
That regions no.
A few regions. There are a lot of other regions that I have to go to, but it's all according to plan. My timing when I'll go to which particular region. Me call BA. Now me there far northern region. Upper is my back. Then me call Western. Then I'll just push the entire Western region. Then I come back. Meanwhile, the Eastern and the rest I'll be running through and the rest. It's not a problem at all. Everything is well on course.
Football scum.
Scabbing.
Ska ebeba yenchene agu ya bank account.
Oh, if you do it well, say who commercializing, who how do I call it? Who market who ye now say who operate with a high level of credibility. Emma nipanya ejide omwa. A very good advertising platform for companies. When football is run well, says yeah, let's look at it. Fly Emirates. What
so many companies.
You can see the moment you turn, you can see. Until when you have your opportunities. But why would Emirates come and sponsor Real Madrid?
Yeah.
Because I want to say Real Madrid, I'm going to call boy, I'm going to 90 minutes, I'm going to football, no come. Yes, I'm going to call Botu referee, I'm going to create scandals. Because whilst the player is fighting the referee or whilst the fans are fighting, the image of Emirates will be going down. And if we organize ourselves very well, it becomes a it's a pot of gold. In modern day, sometime at the FA, we had all manner of companies flying to the FA to come and sponsor us. I remember a time I was choosing even kids sponsor, Nike buy, Adidas buy. They were sending people into. We also a lot of criteria, selection criteria before we settled on Puma. You get my point.
Yeah.
But if we have the situation where we don't run the brand very well, where we destroy the brand, all these opportunities will be lost. And when the opportunities are lost, the clubs will suffer. That is why people will be compared to say, me mama footballs, me mama boots, me mama anyway. If we are running the system very well, nobody has to give the player the club boots or footballs. The clubs will be in the position to attract their own kids sponsorship and the rest. So that is the core of my attention. I'm going to look at the big problem which is blocking all these kind of things. Just opening the small tap when the main valve has been blocked somewhere. I'm going to the core of the problem to address them, and then once you do that, you would have taught the clubs how to fish. Not to give them fish. I think I'm too big for it. It doesn't help. And it's sustainable. And yeah, they are better. Because you can
how to
fish. Exactly. So that is where you have to target. You train the people, you build their capacity in marketing, you let them understand why they should not be engaging in hooliganism at their stadium. You should let them understand why they should not block TV coverage of their matches. If you do all these kind of things, and then you have a marketing team supporting them, helping them to draft their reports, you teach them how to prepare accounts and keep their accounts. Because a sponsor he wants to look at your audited accounts for the past 2, 3, or 4 years. But here's a case where maybe the club is not doing that. So what do you do?
Ora Fred Pappoe, and then the Casano was on the one fan now no measure with or bet or quanya
exactly. Exactly.
Not done that we hear bia.
Exactly, because
in China so
exactly. And say one say bar abia 1 term and not 2 terms. So actually 8 years I mean you say me corner say you don't know. Would you start looking at the next person so they absent part baby succeeding me oh this me boost ya say o me ya say you can do that.
Any person I bet about 120.
120.
Who say
119 including myself.
Yeah, I want so better.
Better.
Also be one more or contestants want to.
No. Metu. Me take chances. Me take chances.
Olympics one better.
Olympics for the division 1. This is only one.
One I got to.
Metu, but me no lobo better me.
Olubo better. Fukunya na wato. Olubo wati. Also one better. Let's go more Olubo koto. Oh,
Olubo Juma be obe.
Oh, that day.
Oh, you'll be doing a lot of things.
And I also say obe.
Oh, no, Olubo yes sir. Olubo go don yes sir. No.
Really?
Olubo me.
It's 119 who am saying.
Me want come. I'm not going to give any percent, but me welcome. I'm about halfway.
More than half.
I'm about halfway.
About halfway.
Yes.
So when you're halfway,
but I'm not taking it for granted. That is why I'm going back again. I'm going to do one-on-one with everybody. I'm going to listen to everybody's voice. I'll let everybody hear.
Are you not afraid of delegates?
Oh. I do they say I say me number one admirer friend say John now can say fear delegates. Yeah. It's delegates are human beings, but I believe say if you give them the right message and then you get the right persons within the members to come and vote no, I'm sure say there are a lot of them. You see, there are those in the teams omu bre from the system. You won't say
Yeah.
there. If you pick anything, for example, if you pick Olympics and whichever team you're talking about, no, we have the team financiers, we have the team owners, we have the ones who spend money on the team, and I'm sure say these people, if you appeal to them, they are the ones who will feel the pinch that I feel. Because I'm a director of Olympics, we all finance Olympics one way or the other. We finance Olympics and we keep financing until we feel the pinch. And they say, if you're talking to such a person, and then at the end of the day, a member of staff goes to vote, the person going to vote might not feel the same way as the club owner will feel.
Yeah.
You get my point? And those are things we would have to be very careful about. But in terms of hearing delegates, a human being is a human being. The important thing is to talk and then send your message across very well in a respectful and forceful manner.
Ora Fred Pappoe. What called vetting?
Let me say, was it Saturday?
Saturday, I don't know. We are strong.
Oh,
vetting, I go Jojo. Now, Kodaka cracker and yen nothing. I would be kana obey yes.
Oh, not vetting. The vetting. There's an I to No.
Question from here. Question from here.
No. I don't have any problem at all. It was a 5-member panel. Nice panel. They were asking very interesting questions that needed to be asked. And then Misu, now my mom answers to the best of my knowledge. Yes, let me say, I thought they were not switching me because I'm your delegates. Now me the campaign messages to all.
Who's also a delegate?
As one point, because we say, or come and say, we say or vote and come go join was here now. My man was talking.
Oh, yeah, campaign, yeah, the budget, you say. Budget for this campaign. Budget. Money is very, very important.
A substantial budget, but a realistic budget. I don't need to mention figures. It's a mere fundraising. Let me give you. That's
a fundraising.
No, actually, but it's a lot of people, which surprises me. People have targeted, and then people have not even thought of when was it? Was it a no crowd? Big friend, Madame Phobia. The last time I won was 2005. Okay, vet. The time I qualify, or see what he said. What he said. Me qualify elections now. And then Abuami and things like that. There, people keep coming, and those are some of the things that push me to go in, because the kind of goodwill that I'm getting, it surprises me, and I thank each and every single one of them.
Okay, vet, be petition against you.
I think on terms of reference, and then where they are picking their questions from, commission report, disciplinary committee report, CAF and FIFA reports in Sanyama, and and also petitions from the general public. But Mr. Fred Pappoe, fortunately for us, as at the time you came to sit in front of us, there was not a single petition from anybody about you or against you. Until I didn't get that.
Were you expecting some could be petition?
I wasn't expecting, but human beings are human beings. I wasn't expecting, because I don't know what I've done wrong, despite the fact that amongst all the candidates, being a matchepa or football, but still I wasn't expecting any petition against me, and I wasn't surprised.
Are you corrupt?
I don't think I'm corrupt.
Why?
If you look at, say, a police report, there's been a lot of commission reports ever since I started playing active part. Let me say, the two major commission reports all those took place at the time we were very active in football, but I don't think my name was mentioned in any of the two. Maybe except the Jamefe one, where I appeared to tell them how the national team management committees worked, and I think I did that very well to the best of my knowledge and the admiration of the panel. No, and I don't think I'm a corrupt person.
Mr. Pappoe, Thursday, and I'm vetting for no day member out through the elections committee. A somebody disqualify.
Don't disqualify me.
Are they?
Why would they disqualify me?
Are you with them?
I'm not with them. Well, how can I? They are talking about credible men and women. I know one or two of them, and then when I got in, I realized there was a third person I knew. But I know they are very credible people. I'm more terms of reference, high integrity individuals asking questions that needed to be asked, and I never got any indication So there was not a problem, not a single minute or second of a problem the whole time I was there with them. We were chatting.
Vetting about Thursday. Now we okay. Oko me akoto abama. Na delegates fear them. Amanto amount. Na ulusua. Obey.
I'll take it as part of life. That means they want the system the way they want it. That means they don't want the change. That means they don't want the rebranding. That means they won't pay recovery of the brand. I won't pay the redemption of the brand. I won't pay new ways of running Division 1. I won't pay new ways of positioning ourselves to attract sponsors. I won't pay new ways to have a credible league. I won't pay new ways to have a steady source of finance. I won't pay new ways to bring fans back into your stadium. That is what those will be the messages they will be sending if they were to vote against Fred Pappoe. And I'm sure, and I know, the delegates know that there's too much at stake for them to gamble, and they will not gamble. They will vote for Fred Pappoe.
Oh, you're too confident.
Not too confident. I'm confident. I'm not a proud person. I'm confident. I know. Oh yes, yes. Because I know the delegates know what is wrong with the system, and they know how it has to be solved, and they know who can help them solve it. I know that. I'm very confident of that. I've spoken to quite a number of them, and I know what they tell me. And it's not anything new. I'm not presenting the new Fred Pappoe. I'm presenting the Fred Pappoe they know. If anything at all, the Fred Pappoe they know they knew as a vice president, the Fred Pappoe they knew as an executive committee member, and the Fred Pappoe who has sat back for about 3-4 years and looked at things from outside and coming back with richer values, with richer ideas, and then with greater commitment to help in the second life of the FA. And we should not joke with that, because if we joke with that and the FA sleeps again, maybe where it will find us, we cannot look in the faces of our children when they see the Nigerian national team playing at the World Cup, the Togolese national team playing, and they ask us, Daddy, what happened? I hear you were once a big man at the FA. How come we are where we are? They will not be able to answer. And no delegate will like that situation.
That Ben, how do you manifest about?
On the 10th of October.
10th of October?
Yeah.
You're in Accra, and I said also
Accra. No, I mean, I'll do it in Accra. I'll do it in Accra, and I find a way to let the message resonate all across the country.
One put you sports, one put you.
All right, one put two sports. Senior, me need to do some park. Kwame worry. Yani oru afa Pappoe na treatment. One fa ne ho asema na so one fa sen bia ma. E fa san komodie ho a mitimi enkan o message no. Wishing Mr. Fred Pappoe all the best in this upcoming elections. Justice Kwamra Ejay Dabara from Bepoasi. Okay. Set Antubam and so the Aba or see Juve 5. Okay, I don't see football once you know. Okay. I say we need football people to rule out football, not the corruption people. Yes, I can say 2005 thing you happy brand munina say we corrupt people.
Debbie, it's not from 2005. I don't accept that.
Now from starting.
We are talking about an FA.
Yeah.
It took Ghana to the first World Cup in 2006. You are talking about an FA that took Ghana to the second World Cup in 2010. Now, World Cup, the first time we entered, we went to the second stage. When we entered and played in the same group with the second best ranked team in the world, the 5th best ranked team in the world, and the 11th best ranked team in the world. Now about 50. But we passed through all these guys, beating the second best ranked team in the world in the process, and then the 11th best ranked team in the world to go to the next stage before Brazil stopped us.
That's our first time.
Our first time we went there. You are talking about an
2010.
2010. We went there we progressed we were in the group with Serbia, what do you call it, Germany, Australia, and then we proceeded and went through that, beat USA, and then got to the quarter-final stage. In between then, in 2009, we had gone to the World Cup under 20 and won the World Cup. Yeah, and the Coca. In 2008, we hosted the Nations Cup. Even though we did not win, we got a bronze. That's the kind of FA. We are talking about an FA that was the Black Stars, which was the most improved team in the world in the year 2016. We won an award. 2006, we won is it L'Oreal or so award? Yes, exactly. You know, so And you are talking about an FA that produce men and women for CAF and FIFA positions. At that time, nobody was saying anything about corruption. There was never an issue about corruption, so I will not accept, say, from 2005 all the way up to now. But then, of course, it started at a certain point in time, and it was very unfortunate it crystallized. Crystallizing this announced whatever it is for the whole FA to be disbanded. And I would have been very sad, but
so bet back I said from 2005 and about 2010 now
that is why people became attracted to the FA. All manner of people started going into football. All manner of people started seeing the Black Stars and the national teams as a very interesting and attractive commodity to be there and then put yourself to the task to actually make an impact. Those were the times. But I got to a point where nobody wanted to be associated with the team, from players to fans and the rest. To me, Bobo empty stadium, Black Stars, Bobo not empty stadium. The players have to appeal. You know, into corruption. I say, we should try and look compartment. We should just look. Lazy. We should just quietly look through. And then see what proper assessment. Proper assessment. And see who were there at different points in time. That is what we have to do as a nation.
Mumu be free hono and the problem by.
Baby, I leave that to the judgment of Ghanaians.
98 Dr. Misanko Antubam Ode o message yard Akofasemaba. Also Stephen Nati from airport residential area. Okay. Alright, Fred Pappoe is a very nice gentleman. But I'm afraid he will not get the nod. Thank you, sir.
That's what.
Also, a very good, very nice gentleman.
That's what it is. You shouldn't worry. Kajano said you shouldn't worry at all.
Mr. Fred Pappoe is on point with his speech and also principal man. He deserves the GFA president, Mr. Wise from Temagov City.
I see. Thank you.
Brilliant ideas from Pappoe. But currently, if we need someone to change the current happenings in our football, then George Free is the man. Banana, Danubian Fashion Center, Tabura Alaji. I think you know Banana.
I've heard a lot about it, but Banana is well, that's he's entitled to his view. I respect that. Yeah,
that's good. Please ask Mr. Pappoe what he intends bringing new to the FA, because football has become very lucrative and we want someone who can help us to do so.
Rebranding.
That's why high your players are too quite just like that. But no be Togo Bobo. But no be what you do why and Tiasia. Players Esodos. Yeah, and they
Odi, me Casano, I don't know if my emphasis. Me catch will say there's a core problem. Your game asenu, any din asenu, into my clubs no bre in terms of financing the clubs, and that includes payment of player salary. Your system where the average salary of a Premier League player is about 400-500 cedis. But and yes, team owner no, and any just over to Obiba 500 cedis and now 400 cedis. But it cannot be new. It cannot be new because the brand has been polluted.
Okay.
Avenues for sponsorship have been blocked. You see, and when that happens, an offer from Togo. Say Brabe loan for me, let's say 1 year loan, 6,000 cedis cry. It works up to $500 a month. It's more than what the player gets here. Obeko. And that's what I'm saying. Say that fundamental problem. We say that is where we have to start our efforts and concentrate a lot of efforts there. Gradually, when things start working well, we will find people attaching themselves to the clubs. You will find companies going there, maybe as mineral water provider. The money they spend on water will be reduced. Somebody will go there as kid sponsor. Then the little funds that they have will be left for payment of salaries and things like that. People can even come in and adopt certain players in the team. There are a lot of commercialization opportunities we can actually feed into once we have we've really worked on the structure. And it's very important. Very important. Absolutely important. Absolutely important. How can we have a system where for over 3 years there are no costly who can cancel and people do not want to accept it? But it's a fact. Juvenile football would have to be reorganized at the community level. Now, juvenile football will be reorganized in the way the communities be back closer to football. For example, if we are the traditional coach system, we have the academies. The two can live side by side. Academies, no, there are a lot of regulations that we can put in place there to make sure say they don't become points for what do you call it, slavery, modern day slavery, where brain drain or leg drain or whatever it is. We'll put that in place. Now, a back course, local course, we'll try and revive organization of course in communities. Say Asylum Down Adabraka,
Asylum Down Babies,
Asylum Down Babies, Adabraka United, and then after some time, about 3-4 years or so, no, who say be a player, be na friend, or they are saying pakitwa, me own because or they are saying register my Samatics. Who are na see Samatics Babe Bobo Accra, won't question Adabraka from Kwakosho. You get the community back to accept football again, and then in so doing, then you are producing a steady stream of players who will go into, who will feed into your national teams, and there too, we better sure the systems be put, you put systems in place where coaches will just not be picking players because the players have got managers, or they will not be dropping players because they come from poor homes or are now money influence. And if we did all that, juvenile football, if you reorganize juvenile football, you answer a lot of questions, you solve a lot of problems.
Women football.
Juvenile footballer, I'm talking generic, money. If we're talking about course, we would organize girls course football, even girls school. In school football, there'll be girls and boys. Today, was it one day I was driving on at Teshinwa. I saw there's this school around Teshinwa. I was on my way. Where I just stopped. I had to stop and watch them. Boys and girls had mixed school for normal bobo. It was so interesting. Good. You get me? So we encourage that. We have to pull the girls along. Now, a part of my program will be to encourage women participation in football from all levels, from playing all the way to administration, coaching, governance, refereeing, and all the way up to the governor, even up to the boardroom. A good say, you see, there's one slot for a woman representative on the executive council. We'll keep working on that and encouraging other women to come on board the executive council and give them much more roles, because women make up about half the population. So how can you expect to achieve something when you've marginalized half the population? It's not right.
The RFAs.
The RFAs, say the good thing is at the regions, they saw what went on. The fundamental problem with the RFAs is that I think there was weak supervision. Weak supervision from the top until the RFAs were literally lost onto themselves. We catch up and say, for audited accounts, but the kind of things they will bring as accounts, you scream. You get me? Until they call because they have a lot of important role to play. So, RFAs and the district football associations who will be implementing it. So we have to keep our eyes very, very, very focused on them.
Why Vice Ama GFA President? Ura Nagla Ayebi, Ura George Efriensu Ayebi,
Fred Crensel's Ayebi.
Fred Crensel's Ayebi. Say the Pamian saying, apart from all, Nagla George Fred Crensel. One of your vice in here.
Interestingly, very difficult to assess them because say apart from Fred Pappoe, vice for mobile, will be on the full term. I don't know whether you are aware of that. None of the vice presidents who followed me lasted 4 years.
Happy FM.
It is very difficult to assess.
Crensel?
Crensel didn't last 4 years. Yeah, Crensel stepped in for Jordan. Yeah. So he didn't. I think he did a little under about 3 years. 3 years. Yeah. And then George also had this problem with Mr. Nyantechi and the executive committee. So they pushed him out.
I'm not that problem, but now Ghana.
Oh, no, I was in Ghana. Most times, even though...
Now you're former vice, Utu president for, Utu vice president for that time.
Debbie, Mantua Mufu. What was happening was bound to happen.
Was bound to happen?
It was a situation they had created, and it was just a matter of time. Say, Mbekwa Kotra Namo Sisam Ranu say president will appoint his vice. Or appointing at the time, Nipano.
Moment time they elected by
it was elected. It was by election. It was by election. So it was bound to happen. That particular provision was, and that was what led to a lot of our problems, because people then started having to behave in a way keep you in the good books of the president.
Okay,
so the president did not, unfortunately, have the benefit of good, sincere advice from the people around him, because the people around him were more interested in being in his good books. They said we can't afford it. So we can't say, oh, this, yeah, we know, and yet, now Miss Rose said, instead of me thinking that you'll be happy, you know, that was the problem. So I never spoke. I didn't intervene in any way or the other.
Ora Fred Pappoe. Say Ghana for no kasa. You amount 2-3 minutes. Ghana for you. Then I catch you one more better one. Titu. Then I catch you.
Thank you very much. Let me say, yeah, bon kama and my opportunity to talk severally to Ghanaians and the delegates through different platforms. Niani say, young football, no ya, and him say, do prepare so we are, and yemo be to be associated with football. No, I thought they be an new. Unam Krunkra and so be sure we cry closely. I now would you say, what is this person thinking about me? Fortunately, you are not the chance to have a second life. Now, to have a second life, no, me believe you say you need men of integrity, men of credibility, men of experience, and men of competence to help you navigate this second life. No, now a very, 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 very interesting journey. If you are on the high seas, you know the sea is getting turbulent, and you need a sailor or a captain to navigate the ship. You would have to go for the most experienced person available, the calmest person available, the one who will even give you confidence. Say what you are now, say who no power navigate ship no. You know, say this man will definitely get us to the promised land. You don't take chances. You don't take chances. If you know the person already, you know what the person does. I know that the person is capable of doing. So when the person is talking, and yet kasa de enya ebe to me akasa, but nipa no kasa, check and see who is talking, and see whether the person can deliver on what he's saying. And I'm sure, say, if we do that kind of check, every single delegate knows that Jenny Ayokwa Kotuno, it has to be Fred Pappoe in the lead. Thank you very much.